Hi, my name's Wendy. Today we're going to work on a short balance practice. We'll be doing some exercises leading up to a balance posture. And as always, remember before beginning any fitness or exercise regime, please check with a physician or other qualified health professional. I'm not going to be using a mat because I prefer to do my balance practice on the floor. But if you want to use a mat, go ahead and do so. Okay, I'm also got a wall behind me in case you want to use a wall for support. And I'll demonstrate how to do that as well. So let's begin just by standing in Tadasana, or mountain posture. Mountain posture is the grandparent, the ancestor of all our standing practices. So we need to have a nice strong foundation. So it may look like we're not doing much, but we can't collapse into this posture. So first thing is, let's find a nice tall spine. The crown of the head is moving up towards the ceiling, and the feet are pushing down into the earth. Wide base of support with the feet. So really spread those toes wide. Let's lift the toes up and spread them wide and see if we can lay them down, starting with the pinky toe all the way through to the big toe. All four corners of the feet in contact with the earth. Yield to the energy of the earth, draw it up through the body. So we have a gentle lift in the pelvis and the chest. We're not in the Marines, but we're also not surrendering to the earth. So find that middle spot. Shoulders are relaxed, moving down the back toward the hip pockets. Let's swallow, bring the spine in alignment, soften the jaw. So here's our mountain posture. So you can feel here that the weight is pretty much even between both feet and even between the front and the back. So see if you can just sort of move from side to side, shifting the weight to the left and then the right. And if you need to, bring the arms up at shoulder height to give you more balance. So we're just shifting. Maybe we can kind of shift forward a little over the toes and maybe back towards the heels and forward and back and forward and back and maybe left and forward and right and back and left and forward and right and back, and let's go right, forward, left, back, right, forward, left, back. So it's pretty small movements. My body's coming along because it's attached, but I'm just moving the weight. That's important to understand when we're working on balance postures. Another thing that's really important for balance postures is a focal point, or in yoga that's called a drishti. We need to focus our eyes on something out ahead of us on the wall or the floor and keep that focal point in our line of sight. Make sure it's not something that's moving. So if you're looking out a window, it's not a car that's going by or a tree that's moving from side to side, because that will hinder rather your ability to maintain a steady balance posture. The other thing I always like to remind everyone is 85% of balance posture is up here. So thinking about being it beforehand, setting it up properly, finding that focal point, and letting yourself have some fluidity in the posture is really important. So let's work through some exercises to get us to a balanced posture. So we talked about shifting the weight. So we're going to start by just doing that. So bringing the arms up at shoulder height, palms facing the earth, and softening the jaw. And let's shift the weight from the left to the right and just pick up the left heel. And lower. And shift the weight from the right to the left and pick up the right heel. And lower and back even. And lower the arms. Couple things very quickly. We need a wide base of support. We're lifting up out of that hip. And part of the reason why I like not to use a mat is sometimes when we're balancing, our toes and our body wants to help. So those toes start to grip and you might get that mat caught up underneath there. You want to try and resist that and push down into the earth. So let's feel what it feels like to stand on one foot. So it's arms out at shoulder height. Relax the shoulders. Find some place out in front of you on the wall or the floor to focus the gaze. And we're going to step forward onto the right foot and let the left heel come up. And if you're comfortable, you can even pick up the toes. And back onto the left and let the right foot come up. And if you're comfortable, the whole foot, or you can just leave the heel. Let me turn this way so you can, on the floor. So right foot, left heel, or left whole foot comes up. Step back onto the left. Right toes, heel stays in contact, or the whole foot comes up. So we're just going forward and back, and forward and back. If you need a little more of a challenge, maybe bring the arms up or close the eyes. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can bring the supporting leg towards the wall and and the arm so that you can feel the wall there as you're moving, and your range of motion is going to be smaller, but it will help. All right, and lower the arms. Let's try it with the opposite leg. So find your Tadasana. Find your focal point. Step forward with the left foot on to the earth in front of you. Lean onto there. Pick up the right heel or the whole foot. And then step back onto the right. Pick up the left toes or the whole foot. And forward and back. And forward and back. And forward and back. So we're just feeling what it feels like to be on one leg, and relax your effort and lower. Okay, a little bit more focused. So find your Tadasana. Wide base of support, shoulders over hips, feet are wide, jaws relaxed. Arms are coming out at shoulder height, or if you're using the wall, bring the wall behind you and let your buttocks and the backs of your shoulders touch the wall. Find your focal point, whether you're using the wall or not. Shift the weight from even on both feet to all the weight being on the left, and let's slide the right foot out. Now the toe can stay in contact, you can't see me. Toe can stay in contact with the earth, or if you're comfortable, just pick it up. If you're using the wall, same thing's happening. You're shifting and you're sliding. If you want more of a challenge, bring the arms up and close the eyes. And lower and lower. And let's try the other side. Move so you can see my feet. Arms out. Shift the weight. Slide the left foot forward, toe in contact, or pick it up. Sorry, I'm just getting the hang of these camera angles here. Arms can come up. Close the eyes. Notice how when you close the eyes, it changes a lot. And lower and lower. One last exercise. Here we go. Find your focal point, whether you're using the wall or not. Let's shift the weight from even to the left. Arms come out at shoulder height. Slide the right foot forward. Toe is staying in contact with the earth or you're picking it up. So your choice. So you can do this on the floor, and then let's move the foot to the side and back, and to the side and back. Arms can come up. So we're just exercising, moving the leg, but maintaining our balance when this is changing. And lower. Shake out the supporting leg, and let's try it again. Opposite side. Shift the weight to the right. Find your focal. Slide the left leg forward, toe in contact with the earth, or pick it up. Whether your foot's on the floor or on the earth, bring it to the side and back. To the side and back. Arms can come up. And it's natural to have a little bit of shaking maybe in your supporting leg. Maybe one arm's up, the other one's out. And lower. Shake out your supporting leg. You might want to do this one by a wall if you need it. I'll demonstrate this on the wall. Shift the weight to the left. Arms come out at shoulder height, and let's pick up the right knee. Now it can stay here, or if you're comfortable, take your right hand and open that knee out to the side. Maybe you can bring your left arm up. Lower your left arm, release your right hand, bring the knee to the center, and lower. Let's shift the weight to the right. Find that focal point. Arms up. Pick up the left knee. And again, if you want to, you can put the back of the foot on the wall rather than let it hang out in space. Put your left hand on your knee and open it up. Now, it's not going to go as wide if that leg's touching the wall, but and release and lower. You're going to see where we're getting. I'm coming around the corner here. Feet wide, arms out. Shift the weight to the left. Pick up the right heel. Turn the right knee out. Slide the right foot next to the heel with the ankle of the left, or you can bring it to the calf. Remember, this can be done against the wall. You can even have your supporting leg. It's a little more difficult that way. If you want to bring the leg higher, you can take it and place it on the inside of the thigh, but don't put it on the knee. It seems like a good little shelf to put it, but we're not putting it on the knee. So, finding our focal point, arms are at shoulder height, up all the way, maybe one's up, maybe one's out to the side. Lifting up out of the supporting hip, wide base of support with the feet, shoulders relaxed. Breathe. Lower the arms, lower the leg, shake out that supporting leg. Woo! All right, let's try it on the opposite side. So we're shifting the weight to the right. Arms are coming up at shoulder height. We're lifting the left heel. We're turning the knee out to the side. We're sliding that foot towards the heel and the ankle of the right. Remember, this can be done with the toe on the ground and the bottom of the foot resting on the ankle. This is still tree posture. If you want to pick the toe up so it's not touching the ground, that's fine. You can also place it on the calf. Bring the arms up. Maybe you want one up and one out. You're still focusing on your drishti out in front of you. Remember, if you want to, you can even bring it to the inside here. I'm going to demonstrate the lower one. Breathe. So we're not collapsing into this hip, right? We're lifting up out of that hip. Our toes are wide, like my hand. Shoulders are relaxed. And notice I've got a little bit of movement. Most trees sway slightly. They're not completely static. And lower the arms and lower the legs. And shake it out. That's a balance practice.